Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode Quattro of the May Contain Action podcast, your new favorite show discussing movies and the roles they play in our lives. I'm joined, as always, by my delicious co-host, I don't know why I said delicious, Trevor Honeysuckle May.
I was going to ask what I taste like. Now we know it's honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle, baby!
Delicious. I don't really know what a honeysuckle is.
I don't know. I have no idea what honeysuckle is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know why they added suckle. Like, why can't it just be honey?
I don't know, because I think that already exists.
Like, is honeysuckle like a different flavor than honey?
Let us know in the comments. We're off to a good start.
Oh, God, I'm dying. This is so great. Thank you, Trevor, for being here on your own podcast.
Always.
Really great to have you.
My pleasure.
As always. And joining us today is a fellow lover of all things nerdy, but really more nerdy than I think any of us really are. Like a level, like if we're JV, he's varsity level of nerdy. It's the one, the only streaming veteran and our friend, Ray Apollo. Welcome to the show, Ray! Woo!
I don't know if I should be offended by that.
The nerdiest.
I just said you like nerd stuff in the thing.
For the record, honeysuckle's a flower, you nerds.
Oh, it's a flower? See, this is why we don't have the guest talk before we introduce him.
Paul, how did you not know that, Paul?
I was like, what are they talking about? It's a flower.
I don't know, dude.
Imagine the conversation that guy had with, like, what should we name this flower? Honeysuckle. Are you okay, Jim?
No.
Why are we calling it that?
Think
Call
about
it
the
honeysuckle.
people who did anything. I mean, I'm talking about you, cow's milk guy. Like, come on now. No.
That calf sure looks like he's having a good time.
Oh my God.
No.
I did not expect this. I didn't expect this to start here.
What would that taste like?
Nope.
What them others
I should have
do?
gone with the crab. I was like, the first guy to eat a crab. I should have gone with that one. Instead, the cow thing came out.
Cow's milk.
Now I regret it.
Oh, God.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Yay.
Absolutely, Ray. Absolutely. Ray, you are also now recently a father times two.
That's right. Somebody else in my house spending my money. It's great.
I mean, actively? Like, damn.
I mean, this morning, he logged me out of a meeting this morning, just flailing his little hands. It was very
like
funny.
a cat on a keyboard? Just logged you out?
4 months old. What is this?
Oh, you got a 4-month-old too?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember?
That's right. We are.
I do remember that. We talked about this at the, we talked about
Yeah. You, Noah, and Ray.
Noah too, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused. We did a thing even. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Oh my
We
God.
did the Wonder Twin Power thing.
All three boys.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Do you
The Rowdy
have
Rough
is that
Boys.
2 boys or do you have one of each too?
I have a girl and a boy now.
Okay.
Yep.
So
And I'm done forever. No more children.
God, I heard that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I
I
heard
got
that.
one more to go, boys.
Oh, God.
Come on, girl.
Buckle
Girl,
up.
you
really.
say that, but my girl might bust in here at any moment. Like, what are you doing? And so just be prepared.
But once you have a boy and a girl, it's like, we're done. Like,
Yeah.
we did it.
out.
Mission accomplished. Check, check.
Yeah.
Done. Whatever.
Schedule the appointment. They cut him off. It's done. I'm
I don't know. Yeah. Because you can't be like, ooh, but I really want like a pink nursery. Like, no.
No,
All done.
we've had both. We've seen both. All
Yeah.
right, we got both.
Yeah,
Mhm.
We're good.
exactly.
We know how this works. There's no more surprises, I think. So we'll see.
My entire family there's only boys. We only have 6 boys. We have 6
Wow.
boys. right
Okay.
now. Yeah, so we need a girl. It's kind of necessary at this point.
I hope you get one.
Fair.
And we just had you probably did too. Just had the 4-month checkup,
Uh-huh.
and my wife did it, and she gave me the paper. She's like, "You want to see how he measured?" I'm like,
You look at this graph like,
I looked, and the handwriting of the doctor's like, "Oh, he's not like percentile wise. He's actually going down. He's 79th percentile." She's like, "No. That's the little open thing away from the 99, Trevor." I go, "What do you mean?" She's like, "This means he's like the top 5 biggest babies they've ever seen." I'm like,
yep.
oh,
The little mouth is facing the other way.
it's
If
away
it's
from the
eating
99.
this way.
Yeah,
It's going
It
away.
means greater than a number
love
greater
that.
than 99. That's what
Yeah.
that means. So
I think
and then I
a
picked him
similar
up. I'm
thing
like,
happened
"Yup."
with my 3-year-old, where I was like, "Oh yeah, you're like, what is it? You're like 89th percentile. That's good. Like that's good right there." Like, no, she's huge. She's very tall for a 3-year-old. Like, oh,
She's huge.
well, I guess she is tall, but I didn't really know. I don't have anything to compare it to except for this little guy. So
I feels like
he's living. So
feels like it feels like when you get to middle school is when things even out finally. But it feels like all girls are just way bigger than all boys in general. I don't know until like middle school. Then it's like, oh, okay, there we go, we even out. Because I remember
that makes sense.
Yeah, like I feel like when I got to middle school for the first time in 7th grade, I was like, these are all the girls. God dang. Good Lord, they all play basketball.
Yeah. It was weird because I've always been a bigger dude. I've always been taller. But then when the girls were taller than me, it was like, oh no, now big.
Now
Okay,
big.
it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My gosh.
The tallest kids in all the classes were girls till like we're 5th grade or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like around then, it feels like it evens out.
And
but.
then
My first girlfriend was the tallest girl in class.
You know,
I think we got peer pressure. Everyone's like, "Hey, Giants,
giants.
you should get together.
They'll be giants together.
You'll
Yeah,
be Giants.
You two go together.
You'll be Giants."
like a glove. Yes, a giant glove.
Then I ended up a foot taller than her.
Jeez,
that's how it goes.
My gosh, that's still pretty tall for a lady. That's still a tall.
5'5". She was 5'5", but she was like 5'5" when we were like 12 or 13.
Oh yeah. That's
Wow.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
And then she just stopped. That's what happened. What are we talking about?
I don't know. This is check-in. It's the check-in. It's the people love the check-in, Trevor.
This is what we do. We are elder streamers.
Talk about.
I mean, I don't even stream anymore. Like, can I even call me that anymore?
You stream now and then. I stream
now and then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I stream every day because I'm out here.
I mean, yeah, because you're a streamer.
Monday through Friday.
Yes, Monday through Friday.
Normal business hours.
I stream business hours. Still, it's a grind. Okay,
it is a grind.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true.
It is.
So this 14-year-old who's
like a grind, man.
Okay, now I feel like you're being.
No,
Arma is a great game.
It looks like a blast.
Arma Reforger is a blast.
Is that what that's called? Is that what that's called?
I'm making them. Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that's so much fun. Like genuinely, yes. I love that for you. Actually, yes.
Okay, see, with Ray, it's really hard to tell when he's being sarcastic, but it really feels like now is the time he's being sarcastic.
I really do love that for you. I'm sure it's a great game.
I'm
it's
sure
the shifty eyes for me, Ray. Yeah, they can't hear the shifty eyes, but they're happening.
They're there.
I get it. Whatever, Ray.
Hey, Ray. Well, you are joining us for a movie. What movie are we watching?
We
watch for this?
Ooh, we watched a fan favorite, and then I looked at it. I looked at what year it came out, and I felt real bad. We watched 2000's Gladiator. That was 25 years ago.
A long time ago. Yes.
I saw that, and I think I physically turned to dust for a second.
Yes.
Yeah, I shouldn't have looked.
Yeah.
I just it hurt me when I looked. But yes, great movie.
For those who couldn't hear over the old man wheeze of Ray Apollo, we did watch Gladiator. Yes, that's what we. Yes,
Gladiator, the old man edition. Yes,
the old man edition. Old Russell Crowe. Old dirt sniffer, Russell Crowe.
What a guy!
What a guy!
Sniffing dirt, sniffing dirt, and singing in Les Mis. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Ray, I need you to do us something though. We have a nice little synopsis here. I actually don't know if you have the synopsis. Now I'm thinking about this, so I'm going to give it to you in the chat because I forgot to give it to you. You got to read this as if it's a trailer for the movie. Oh, never mind. I can't put a comment in. What is happening? What is going on?
There's a little thing. Know. This is an example. Click on the comment. Show it on screen.
It's on the screen. I'm blowing it right now. I'm putting it in the Discord. Leave this in. Leave this whole thing in. Read that. Read that right there.
All of a sudden, there's a duck. All right, cool.
Does not know how to use StreamYard.
I guess I don't.
I'm new here.
Anywho,
all right.
Sorry about that.
Here we go.
Okay.
Scene.
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me.
In a world of betrayal and bloodshed, One fallen general will rise as a warrior of vengeance. Cast into the brutal arenas of Rome, one man must fight for his life and defy an empire ruled by a corrupt and power-hungry emperor who's also a... Anyway, from visionary director Ridley Scott comes Gladiator, an epic tale of honor, revenge, and unyielding will of a true hero. Is it undying?
It's undying. It could be both.
He did die. He could be both, yeah. Undying will of a true hero.
Here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Strength and honor.
I raise my seltzer to you, sir.
His will's undying.
Yeah.
Not his body.
I mean,
Body very much dies.
oh boy, a lot of dying.
No spoilers.
Spoiler.
But we already covered this. This movie came out a 1/4 of a decade or of a century ago. So
I don't like that I said it that way, but that's okay.
Great year though, 2000 for movies, especially for movies. Holy hell!
The year 2000.
We had The Matrix, we had Lord of the Rings, we had
What a year.
It was just
Everything.
needed money.
everything. All right, we got some critics reviews here, and now that I just did not send anything to Ray.
We're
I
all
guess.
busy men.
Oh
Doing
my
busy
goodness
things.
gracious! You know what we're gonna do here?
We're
Cut
doing a
this
lot.
out, please, guys at home or editors. I put the link in there. You can go. You can get this form. The form will pop up and you can read it.
All right.
We do critics reviews and then we do letterbox reviews. I don't know. How are you familiar with letterbox? Have you ever popped on
I've
there?
seen
It's
it.
like it is.
I've seen
Let's
it.
just put it this way. It's just
Well,
regular
use it.
people. It's just regular people doing their own reviews of movies, and there are some diamonds on there are beauties in this place. So I go try to find the best ones. We're gonna read those ones too. So we have the good and we have the bad. We got to get into Gladiator here. And obviously this movie was very, very popular and very good, and a lot of people like it, but there's always people who don't give it the love it deserves. So we're gonna go through the good first, and we'll go one at a time. You take the top one, Ray, and then Paul, and then me, and we'll just do it for the bad of that.
I clicked the link and it said nah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the top one.
I didn't like that.
And Paul's gonna do the second one, and then I'm gonna do the third one. How's that sound? All right, cool. Because I can't send you comments, or I'll put them on the screen. And these are like screenshots, and I'm losing it right now. So
This is Noah's fault, so it's fine.
it's okay. Noah, great job, dude. Okay, from Peter Bradshaw of The Guardian, he liked it. He said, "Through it all, Crow maintains a tough, slop-mouthed reticence. See, this is why you had to read it. Shit, I chose it because it was hard to read. Now I'm reading it. He's very persuasive as the Superman of the Colosseum. Thank you, Peter Bradshaw.
What a freaking...
Put
What
the
a review.
thesaurus down.
Hey,
He liked
I got
it.
this one. Don't worry about
liked
this
it.
one. Yep. This one is a good review. It's from Wendy Ide from the UK, Times UK. She said, "The combat sequences are outstanding."
Wait, that's it?
That's it.
That's it.
That's what she got. That's what she gets paid the big bucks for at Times UK. Great work.
$500. Book it right there. She got paid right
Done.
there. Straight up.
Pay me.
Roger Clark from The Independent, also UK. We have two Brits in here. Ridley Scott does a credible job of reinventing a long neglected genre. Helped in the main. I think that's a British saying. By Russell Crowe's brooding presence as the brilliant Roman general, done away with by the dastardly heir to the imperial throne. Well said. Dastardly.
Very good.
That's a good one.
Dastardly is wow.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay, you want me to read the bad?
Yeah, you do the bad.
Okay, you want me to start with the bad? Okay, all right.
You start with it.
I'm trying to get a screenshot thing so I can send Ray a screenshot of it so he can just read at least one of them. All right.
Snip.
This one's from Anne Hornaday. All right, from the Baltimore Sun. Rather than getting lost in the world Scott has created on screen, Scott asks filmgoers to marvel at how he created that world and how smoothly he succeeds in manipulating us. She really liked using the name Scott there. Felt
really
real condescending.
What did that even say? It didn't say anything.
he
I
got
think what she's
lost
trying to
in
say is this
creating
movie
the world.
sucked and no one should like it.
You got lost in the sauce, and that's your fault.
There's one for you, Ray. I put one in the chat. There you go. You got that one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
We
I
got
got
it.
it.
And I want you to
Okay,
say
cool,
you got to say her name. You got to say it right.
Oh boy, Mahala Bingus. Of the LA Weekly, top critic, by the way. This is, I'm assuming that's a splat. So, boo, tomato. Gladiator is filled with brilliant filmmaking and features outstanding performances, but neither is profound enough nor pop enough to be great. Okay. It's mournful, serious, beautiful, and finally pointless. I think you liked it.
Yeah, you sound like a hater. You're like, it's pretty good, but it sucked.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's
I think it
alright,
sucks, but it was
yes.
pretty good. I think you liked it. Okay, mahalo, long, ding dong. Yeah,
Mahalo ding dong.
Manala Dargis.
Dargis.
That's a toughie.
That's a name.
Dargis.
Yeah.
Good one.
Sorry.
No offense if you're
Uh,
watching. Sorry.
Welcome.
We know you're watching Mahal.
I'm not sorry.
Stephen Hunter, Washington Post, for our third one says it's an honorable movie. So are they all honorable movies? I guess.
So are.
But that's
they
not
all.
enough. It's not great. It's a disappointment. Period. These are 3-word sentences. Caesar hates disappointment, so kill it swiftly and be done. Jesus Christ.
Was everyone drunk when they did these reviews? Or
This review's
these
from
are-
2022. This is 22 years later.
What?
That makes it even better, by the way. That is from 2022.
I didn't even read the dates, dude. That's
Yeah.
What were you doing, Washington Post, man?
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
All right, let's.
They must get paid for this. I don't know. Like 22 years later, maybe?
I don't know. Like, do they?
Interesting. All right. What about Letterboxd? Paul, you want to hit us with the first one? Well, they're
Absolutely.
all three of them are here. So.
Absolutely. Let's see. Mario gave it Mario Heart gave it 5 stars.
Out of how many stars?
5.
Oh, wow.
5 out of 5. Yep. And they said, "Are you not entertained?" Actually, I'm very entertained, but thank you for asking, Mr. Crow. I really appreciate your concern. That was the review.
You know, that's probably the best way that review could have been delivered.
9,000.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very nice.
Thank you. I've become the character. You want me to do all of them, Trevor?
I'll hit the second one, and you can hit the third one. If you
Okay.
want.
Yeah.
The second one is from Sophie, 4.5 stars. Which I like this one a lot because she's trying to act like it's dated, but then it's double dated. You'll see.
Okay.
If this came out today, there would be Maximus and Commodus fan fiction on Tumblr. I'm like, well, actually, there wouldn't because Tumblr doesn't exist. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but I'm pretty sure this was written in 2015 or something. So
Did
she's like,
Letterboxd exist back then?
I have. Yeah, actually, it has. It's been around for a lot longer than.
Oh,
we
I thought it
think.
was very new. Oh, okay.
No, it's been around for a few years, but yeah, there's
Okay.
no Tumblr. Tumblr does this. So, but there probably would be fanfic between those two. I think that's valid. There'd be.
Yeah,
there
that's fair.
probably is actually if you really look. I'm not going to Google it, but
Not
someone
gonna
might.
look.
You guys can let us know in the comments if you found the fanfic.
Yeah. That makes me think of like, what is that, Rule 34 or something? That makes me, I don't
Yeah, don't
No,
do
I
that.
thought about
Don't
that.
look that up.
I
Don't
know
look that
about
up.
that. Yeah, I don't wanna
Don't do
do
that.
Don't do it.
Don't do
Or
it.
do. We're not your dad.
I am now. Don't do it.
This last review is from Maria. This is 4 stars. And they say, "This is Spot." Oh shit, sorry, wrong movie.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
Same
Very
energy.
close. Very similar energy. Yes. Which actually I have questions about, and Trevor, I'm sure you have the answers
Really?
to this. Yes. Well, when we get into the nitty gritty about the movie.
Okay.
You
We'll
know?
do it. We'll
Yeah.
do it then. Let's quickly rattle off some industry stats then. The budget was 103 million, and it made 460.5 million.
Dang.
Hey, Ridley
That's a
Scott, my
profit.
guy.
Dang.
Director Ridley Scott, also known for Alien,
Also great.
and Blade Runner. So those are,
And also great.
Oh yeah, that's
those are some big ones.
I mean, really rarely misses. I'm just saying.
True.
He does rarely miss. And just so everyone knows, Gladiator 2. We're not talking about that today, but you
No.
should see it if you haven't.
But
It is
we
a
should
quality
talk
movie.
about that the next time I'm here.
Maybe we do a little follow
The
up
next time.
Wow.
Ray, you've been on the pod before, haven't you?
Wow. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you were already on. You're on the pod
Paul
next time
Paul
now.
just hates me. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Deep down.
True.
Yeah, deep down.
Awards and nominations. Academy Awards. It won 5. Best Picture.
Wow.
In 2000, the year we mentioned all the other movies.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Wendy.
That's tough. Best actor, Russell Crowe won an Academy Award for this. Best costume design, I agree. Best sound, great. Best visual effects, great. And it was nominated for 7 total. Best director, Ridley Scott did not win. And best original score, Hans Zimmer. Weird. Hans Zimmer did the music. Crazy.
Yeah. So I mean,
Crazy.
we'll get into it later.
thought.
But did you not hear all of the Pirates of the Caribbean in this movie?
Oh yeah. Oh, and the second one
Yeah.
was like almost
There's
exactly
so
the
much.
same.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, how do I know this? I don't,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
Hans has a box that he sticks in.
yeah.
Like, okay.
Wait, did Hans
He's
do
like-
Pirates too?
Yeah. The first 4.
The man hit copy paste on the score for Gladiator, and
He's like, it's been long enough, right? It's been long enough. We could do it again.
what?
Actually, no.
Oh, wow.
When did the first Pirates? No, these were really close together.
The
They're not
first
that
Pirates
far
of the
apart.
Caribbean came out in 2003, I'm sure.
Okay, so Pirates of the
He
Caribbean
waited
is copying
3
Gladiator.
years.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Okay.
And then he just kept doing it.
Then he
Maybe he was
just
just like,
kept doing
will
it.
anyone notice it? And it was so popular. He's like, we gotta keep going. I guess.
I've already got half of this cooked up, so we might as well just add it to everything else.
Oh, Hans.
He also did Lion King.
Oh, that's right.
He composed. He didn't write all the songs, but he composed the music.
Okay. I was
Guys
like,
wrote
damn.
songs.
How? My God.
I can't remember those
Oh.
the 2 guys that wrote the music, but they're very famous too, and they did pretty much every Disney movie.
Oh,
So yeah, Hans Zimmer does the music. John Matheson, he's also a famous cinematographer, did all the cinematography. We have Russell Crowe as Maximus Decimus Meridius, Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus, Connie Nielsen as Lucilla. Sorry. Oliver Reed as Proximo. Who I'm a fan of. Richard Harris, Marcus Aurelius. I can never say his name. Jimon Hunsu.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
It's
Digimon.
I
I always want to say
Digimon every time I
Digimon.
see-
Yeah,
every time.
every time.
Dijon.
But I think the unsung hero of this movie is Ralph Moeller as Hagen, the big ass German dude. He's my favorite. We'll talk about him in a moment. I have a little bit of fun background on this one, not a ton, but a little bit. Here's some interesting things that happened in the making of this movie. It was written by a guy named David Franzoni, who was inspired by a 1958 book, Those About to Die. You guys have read that, right? No?
Oh, yeah.
I never heard of it either, but it's all about Roman gladiators. Gave him the idea. Ridley Scott was like, hell yeah, huge ass movie. I'm in. Russell Crowe became the script was rewritten many times. It was written the whole time they're filming. They keep adding stuff and taking stuff out. Adding stuff. This is very Ridley Scott, by the way. Like he's like, oh, we're in this cool thing. I just had this idea. Let's just create this new scene right now and then figure it out as we go. And everyone's like, this sucks. I've prepared for something else. And Russell Crowe actually became pretty frustrated, and they had some headbutting, or like they butt heads a little bit with the process, and ad-libbed a bunch of lines to be annoying. And there's some of the most iconic lines, like "Are you not entertained?" is ad-libbed.
No way.
He does seem really frustrated for real when he delivers that line. So
Wow.
you know what? It fits.
And it's really surprising because Ridley Scott is known for like just being a mega stickler on everything, and just like it's got to be right. They take tons of takes, huge setups, huge like the huge productions. His productions
Russell
are
said,
massive.
nah.
And
I know
Russell's
my
like,
job.
dude,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I actually feel like a gladiator right now. Which is there's going to be some real facts about that too. While Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of Commodus was chilling, the real historical Commodus was way worse. He actually fought as a gladiator. He just kill animals for fun, and he would just have like 5 unarmed people come at him. He just kill them.
Okay, so that makes the forest scene seem real weird, and actually, that forest scene then would have actually been a lot more. It would have made way more sense Had
The
he just
forest
killed
scene?
those- So in the beginning of the movie, when he shows up to the battlefield, he's like in the forest training with dudes shirtless for some reason.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
I
it
remember
would have
that.
now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about hearing that, it would have made more sense if he literally was just murdering those dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
seemed like they were
would've.
like trying to train the soft, prince, and in reality, he
Yeah.
was brutal. He was just brutal.
Huh.
Well, and then Marcus Aurelius, his dad, is like the famous, very
Mhm,
for the
mhm.
people, like the kindest emperor ever. So of course,
Mhm.
it's just a big flip around. The opening battle was filmed in England. The epic opening battle in the cinema against the Germanic tribes was shot in the Bourne Woods in England. The production team got permission to actually burn the forest as part of the scene. So a lot of the fire or a lot of the burnt out trees there, right at the front at the line, real. They actually burned them.
Practical effects. All right, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, can we
Sorry,
just burn
forest.
like I don't know, like 200 feet of
Like for real
Line.
though. Like
that tree
Holy.
line in England, and they did it, and they let him do it, and
okay.
that
Maybe
scene
I'm
was-
just jaded by fires in my lifetime, but
It's just a
damn.
lot. Yeah.
That is-
Damn,
it would
yeah.
never
They were
happen, I
burning
feel
trees
like
for fun in the past. Okay. All right.
Now we're 25 years later. They definitely aren't going to do that.
No.
boy.
Russell Crowe got hurt several times during the filming of the movie. He
Oh.
broke his foot,
Ow.
tore his bicep, dislocated the hip, cuts and bruises on his face, and got a concussion while he got the cuts and bruises on his face. So there was a lot of like him hobbling around for real. And he did a lot of his own stunts. He didn't do them all because there was a time,
Oh,
but
man.
he did a lot. And he was just pretty much a badass the whole time, where people are like,
God dang.
this is believable. That's probably why it was so good, because he's like, he's
In it.
really in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, the film was widely accepted as a reviver of the epic genre. Its success led to the resurgence of films like Troy, 2004, Kingdom of Heaven in
Mhm.
2005, and
Oh.
300 in 2006. So
Yeah.
basically, this movie was successful. They're like, hey, we should make more of these. And like, it's very much in the, I don't know if you guys have seen any of like the old, like the old school, huge epic, like 4-hour
Mhm,
movies, like
mhm,
Ram.
Oh, like Ben
was
Hur.
one. Ben-Hur, like stuff
Yeah.
like that. So that's really
Mhm.
Scott's like stuff. When he was a kid, he loved
Yeah.
those movies.
I'll never be able to do that again. Yeah, I understand.
Oh, it's
Dude,
watch
like-
it once, understand why it's so good, and then be like,
Never again.
I'll tell my kid about it, and he can watch
Yeah.
it in 30
I'll
years.
tell my kid about it.
Remind
Maybe.
me what happened.
Watch
So
TikTok about it.
it makes a lot of sense. We haven't gotten epics really. Well, since Gladiator 2 came out, we haven't got a ton of these huge movies like this with like historical fiction.
Not to
I
this
guess
scale, really.
not a ton. Like up to about 2010, they're like, all right,
I
Marvel.
blame TikTok. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mar-
It's TikTok and it's Marvel.
TikTok's fault. What the hell? You old man.
I know. It's
Golly.
a shame.
I blame. Well, I mean, it is kind of. I mean, to be honest, we can't watch Ben Hur because of TikTok. So let's just blame it on that.
Oh,
All right.
no.
So Ray,
All right.
why Gladiator? Where did Gladiator come from? Why,
So,
why do you want to watch this movie?
Once upon a time, like most men, I had a Roman Empire phase. And I was like, this is cool. This seems like a lot of fun. So, I read a lot of those books, Iliad, the Odyssey. And then this movie came along and I was like, what's this going to be about? So I watched it. I was like, this is great. And then as you said, that kind of kicked off the rest of them. And and this is a spoiler for myself, but of the swath of them, Troy is my favorite. But Gladiator,
sure.
This one felt more cinematic than the rest of them. The rest of them just kind of felt like action movies, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This one was like there was some cinematography in this one, some like intentional, like they're trying to tell a story with the video that they're capturing, which I like that a lot about this movie. So, and Russell Crowe was great, and I really felt like the story was like one of those, like you can see the train coming before they can, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
And so just watching it progress, I was like, hey, yo, this movie's it's good. And it also just reminds me that people can suck like a lot. Man, especially if they're jealous of you. Oh boy. Yeah. Then some guy who loves his sister comes along and is like, I don't like you.
So was the guy that loves his sister.
Oh, the guy
I mean,
loves.
a
I
little too
wonder where
much.
George R. R.
Tale
Martin
of-
got that.
Tale of
wonder.
oldest time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I
Classic.
wonder. And they're blonde too. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you're right. Uh-oh.
It's a great movie. It's a dude
Yeah.
movie. It's a dude movie. It's one of those
Oh, yeah.
ones. Guys'
Mhm.
night with the son. You know, I have
Mhm.
a few. I say,
Although I made my wife watch it with me, and I was like, "Did you like this
Yeah.
movie?" She was like, "Yeah, it wasn't bad." I'm like, "All
Yeah.
right, that means we can never watch this again."
this is one of the 3 movies I say when I'm saying we're gonna have guys' night when she goes out at night. I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
okay,
we're gonna
yeah.
watch Braveheart, or we're gonna watch Gladiator, or we're gonna watch Dodgeball. Those are the
That's
those
a
are the
great
3
one to
guys.
just
Hard left
throw in
turn
there.
there, but
Rocky, sorry, Rocky, maybe.
Yes.
Rocky.
Guys, night, Rocky, let's go. You're 4 months old. You can't
We're
even
watching
sit up yet.
300, Creed, and Iron Man. Yeah, go. All right.
There you go. Guys' night.
Man, my wife watched it with me too, actually, and she couldn't watch any of the fight scenes. She literally would hide her head.
I
every
mean,
time.
that is one of those things where I'm like, yeah, no, some of them did look a little gruesome. So I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh God,
That wasn't that bad.
I mean,
look,
she's
my
an
wife did
empath, I guess.
when they, when he was like, "Will you take care of my family?" He was like, "Yeah, you'll see him."
Yeah.
That scene was messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was messed up. I was like,
Oh
wow,
my gosh,
okay.
what a scene!
Ooh, boy.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
Well,
That
we're
was
gonna get
that
into
one.
that
I think
soon.
was the only one where I was like, oh, okay, that's a little too much for me right now. Oh man, whole family.
Well, we're gonna guess the ratings now because I want to know if you know what other people think about this movie. And we have Letterboxd, we have IMDb, and we have Rotten Tomatoes.
Mhm.
Rotten Tomatoes is out of 100. IMDb is out of 10. Letterboxd is out of 5. So, Ray, you're gonna lead us off. Rotten Tomatoes. What do you think Gladiator got?
I mean, I think it's really cute that you think I care what other people think, but I
don't care if you care. I just need you to know.
78.
Okay.
Yeah.
IMDb out of 10.
Oh boy, out of 10.
And I will say this one hint. This isn't really going to help that much, but this is one of the top 5. It's like they do a top 500 list, and Gladiators.
Good. I'm glad. That
Comfortably on
means I
that
have
list.
taste. That's good. Let's see. Out of 10,
Out of 10.
probably for 2000, probably 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Letterboxd. This one's a crapshoot. There's lots of trolls on Letterboxd.
Yeah. 4 even.
Okay. Paul, what do you got?
Rotten Tomatoes, I'm going to say 92. IMDb, I'm going to say 8.7. Letterboxd, 3.1.
3.1. Oh,
I almost went
Letterboxd.
like 3.2. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But no, I
Letterboxd
was like, I want to go with a solid number. 4.
Just pooping on Gladiator, I guess. We have Rotten Tomatoes. Critics gave it an 80, and fans, people at home, gave it an 87. So it's an 83.5 as average. Pretty good. IMDb 8.5, which is very high for IMDb. 9 would be
okay.
9's like the
That's
highest
why I was like,
there is.
I was like, maybe they gave it a
Wow.
9. 2000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
But
up there,
8.5.
though.
That's pretty
It's up
good.
there.
Yeah.
I think it's in the top 100 movies too, up to
That's
500.
wild.
So
Okay.
it's up there. Letterboxd 4.1. Letterboxd loves it. This is a movie that's
good.
not really
All right.
people don't. It's just not cool to troll it, I guess. It's
I mean,
like, everyone's like, come on, man,
it's
Gladiator.
a
It's good.
solid movie all the way
Yeah.
through.
Great movie.
There's not a lot
Yeah.
to troll in it, to be honest.
There
I
isn't.
don't know.
There isn't.
Not a
Now,
lot
if
of
you want to
meme
go,
stuff.
if you want to go have some fun, I would go look at the reviews of Amelia Perez, who has 13 nominations for the movie of the year this
Oh
year.
my!
Not good. Not
Oh, boy.
it's been
People-
bombed.
I
Oh.
thought
Not
that
like that movie.
I was like, I didn't think people could hate something that much. People hate that movie. I was
I
like,
have not
boy.
seen that.
Yeah, I'm
It's-
not.
it's weird.
I'm like, people don't like it that much. I'm like, maybe I should watch it. They probably hate me too. I don't know. So
Yeah. Like it's confusing. That needs to be its own 2 episodes to get into. All right, let's talk about actually what happens in the movie and why we liked it.
Okay.
Vivian War rating the opening. How do we feel about the opening? Did it do a great job of getting us pumped, or were you like, "What's happening?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're really going like, if you're like, how'd you feel when it first started? I mean, he's walking through like a field of reeds. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You're like, what's
How did it
happening?
start?
And then
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's thinking about what he would like to be doing instead of what he is doing.
Yes.
But I'm like, I like the start of this one. This one, it starts in a way. It's like, okay, you can tell that they're at the end of their campaign. They're like, all right, we just got to get this over with and we can go home. Like maybe we can finally be done. And I'm like, okay. And they did a really good job of like making it seem that way. Like he's going through the line, making sure everybody's doing good. And everybody's like, yeah, we're doing all, like, you know, we're in good spirits. And I'm like, that's kind of weird for a movie like this. But I'm like, oh yeah, they're at the end. So like they think that things are going to be fine. So
he's like, hey, let's try to not have you all. Only a couple people die today because like tomorrow you get to go home.
Basically,
really
like
shame.
2 days for retirement. Dave didn't make it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of those. And I was like, ooh, yeah. So that was like that was one of those where I realized I was like, yeah, they really thought they was going home. Ooh. They went home.
And it's not just a battle that starts either. A lot of movies like this will just be like, they're having a battle. And there's like, you don't really know and they give you the energy before of kind of like a little bit. Everyone's like, all right, come on, let's go. Like, it's not like a ridiculous over the top. It felt very realistic. It really did. I liked it because it establishes a few things for the whole, and then the betrayal thing sets the whole movie in motion, right? And it happens right away. But like Maximus misses home with a really beautiful sequence when he's walking through the wheat, I guess. He's also well respected by his men. I mean, and everybody. Not
just respected. They're like, hey, yo, that's the guy. They love that man.
They love this guy. And then Marcus Aurelius is pretty clear. He's like, Commodus is going to mess this up.
He's like, I know my son. He's a piece of, you know.
Exactly.
Which that's like, think about that though. That's a wild thing to say as a father. Like that's wild.
Hey, you know your kid.
About it. I know, but it's just like, ooh wee.
He's gonna flub this up hard.
And it's like,
he's like, no, he can do it. No, he can't. Have you met him? He's just standing over there. He's like, look at that guy.
Look at him.
He pulls
soft as warm butter.
He pulls the wings off flies.
Look at that guy.
Oh, you say that. If you do look at that guy, you're like, yeah, that guy is kind of soft, isn't he?
He's so soft. Look at him. I weird. The opening scene for me, I thought was, I mean, it's, I think it's, hindsight's 2020 or whatever, but it's classic. It's like, I mean, I cannot look at a field of wheat without thinking about running my hands through it. I think about what it would be like to just let my hand down by its side and let the wheat heads gently tickle my fingers. Like I can't not think about it. So it's an iconic opening. It's one of the best. And then you're right. Like all these different scenes you set up. He talks about to his troops. I mean, they love him. Obviously, it sets it up for the end. He talks about if you're running through a field and you feel the warm sun on your face, you're already dead. You're in Elysium.
What's funny? And they all laugh, and I'm like, that's funny. Okay.
I mean, I can't think of a better way to put death to people who might about to die. To be honest with you,
I guess.
I was like, that actually is kind of comforting.
It's gonna happen. I mean, you're just
like,
gonna be like, oh.
I'm just gonna feel like
scary. How'd I get here?
But it's like, you mean nobody back there was like, wait a minute.
Not bad.
Yeah, okay,
and then we got the Vikings like, hey, if you die, you're just gonna go to a different battle. And they're like,
you're gonna go fight again.
Exactly.
Forever.
At least this one, they're like a warm sun on your face. Like, oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you get to retire for real.
Yeah. I mean, as far as like a rating, I feel like I give this like an 8. Like, this is great. I mean, you get everything that's going to happen in the movie. Basically, it sets up everything, but it doesn't do it in a way that force feeds it to you. It's not like someone doing a voiceover of it. You get all the factual things you need in very grounded ways from the character, and you really get to know Maximus right off the rip really well. You know who he's going to be, and he's that person the rest of the movie. So I think it's great.
He's about what he's about, and yeah, they keep it that way. But I also give this an 8 because it just works in a way that I'm like, you could tell a lot of thought went into it, and to a point, like to your point of like, it doesn't force feed you anything. It's like, it just tells the story. Like the story just happens. There aren't too many things that are like, hey, you should pay attention to this for later. Like they don't do that, which is great. Like it establishes a lot of the relationships really early too, which I also really like, because it really does tell you like kind of where people like see each other and feel about each other, like just from jump. Like most of them, they didn't have to say anything. You just kind of like the way they stood next to each other.
Yeah,
you could see.
Great film,
told you everything.
Yes, exactly. And to that point, I don't want to get too caught up in the intro, but I want to say really quick. I think that the use of the dog in the beginning is a really good analogy, or I guess like a symbolic relationship that he has with his troops. Like you like him more because the dog likes him, or at least I did. I was like, oh, that dog like really is a big fan of Mark or
So that made me
Maximus.
nervous. I was like,
Yeah.
please don't trip. My
Yeah.
God.
I also was thinking like, man, don't you hurt that dog?
Don't hurt
Yeah,
that dog.
don't you hurt
I
that
was
dog?
like,
Yeah.
please
Dog
don't.
battle.
The dog
Oh
part-
God, no.
I was actually,
Exactly.
the dog was really. I was like, that's really impressive. That dog was just running next to that horse and nothing's happening.
I thought that too. I was like, he's not getting trampled.
That's a really well trained dog. All right, it even feel like just a movie. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
We love dogs.
Just good filmmaking, man.
Come on.
Just good filmmaking. This movie's just full of the quotes that, like, usually we're like looking for funny stuff. This is a fire me up type of movie. Like put that, like, write that above the door of your high school locker room as you walk out to play a high school football game. Type of shit, right?
I mean,
Mhm.
yes.
So I'm only gonna go with one, and I'm gonna let you guys go from there.
Okay.
But I gotta take it. It's one of the big ones. Not the biggest, but it's one
You
of
gonna
the big
take the
ones.
biggest one? Are you gonna do it?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next. And I'm like,
It's so good.
yeah, you will. Take it. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do now? Fight him.
I said my full name.
Oh
The
god.
way he says, he's like Maximus Decimus Meridius. Like,
No one's had a
like
cooler
this-
name.
Yeah,
No cooler
yeah.
name has existed.
Throws a middle name in there. It's the best.
Maximus Deximus. It's
It's
so
the
good.
best. There
That
are
is
a
a
lot
good
of good
one.
ones, so I'll let you guys go from here. I just wanted to get that one, and I wanted the one.
Yeah. Ray, after you, sir.
Are you sure?
Please.
I mean, so I guess
I mean, don't quote the whole movie, you know what I mean? But
No, I won't. I want to give an honorable mention to a conversation though that just was
Ooh,
kind of
yeah.
like it was kind of wild to me. So like, and it's in the beginning, where Caesar's talking to his daughter, and he was like, you would have been a great son because he's thinking about like, oh God, I
yeah.
got to deal with Commodus. He was
oh,
like-
Commodus is going to be here any minute.
He was
Oh,
like, yeah,
God.
you would have been a great son. And she's like, whatever. He's like, would you have been like strong or just? And she's like, I would have been whatever you taught me. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
daughter. Like, I was like, oh
Yeah,
man.
They hit you right in the dad daughter,
Yeah,
didn't it?
It really did. It got me good.
It got me good.
It's like, but it was funny. The first thing he said to her when he walked in the tent was, "You would have been a great son." It made me laugh a little bit first though, like man, because he was already gone. He was out. He was like, "Man, I really got to do this."
hmm
So you could tell he really didn't want Commodus to have this at all. But I mean, if I'm going for quotes, like
Hmm?
like brick for brick quotes that like build people like in character, like what we do in life echoes what we do in eternity. I think is what he said. It's like that. Like,
That goes
echoes
through
in
eternity, yeah.
bro,
Mm.
bro.
I'll follow you.
Like I was like,
No
seriously,
wonder
if-
Hagen
if-
was right there, bro. He's like, this guy's awesome.
if I was in a situation and somebody said that as a way to motivate me, I'd be like, actually,
Yeah.
I think I should follow you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow that guy. Yeah, huh?
Let's get this
But that
sword right
line
here.
just
Let's
hit,
go. Where are we
it hits
going?
hard. I'm like,
Who do I
oh,
hit
and I'm
this
like, but it just if you really just think about it, man, it just kind of like echoes through like everything that a person is. And I was like, oh my god,
Oh my God.
Man, those are words to live by. I like it. All right, yeah. That's my favorite one. I think it's one. I think it's my
Your favorite one?
in the entire movie. Yeah.
All right, I got three. I got two serious and I got one funny. First one is I thought good storytelling as well. Marcus Aurelius says to Maximus in the very beginning, he says, "There's always someone to fight," and right as he says that, Commodus enters, and it was just like,
Foreshadowing.
"This who's gonna fight?" Like, yeah, in like, but in what way? And then they do eventually fight, and I don't know. I just thought is it low hanging fruit maybe, but
I mean, it said everything it needed to say.
I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a little teaser for like how is this movie going to play out. For those who are paying attention. The next one is a little later on in the movie, and it's when Proximo. Or no, it's Black Dude's character. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we ever get his name?
His
Is he
name
ever
is
come-
Juba.
Yeah.
Oh, Juba. Okay, Juba.
Yeah.
So Juba says to Maximus, he must kill your name before he kills you. I was like, damn,
That's top 5 for sure.
dude,
Like,
it's
that's
so
a-
Damn, he's wise
good.
as shit too.
Mhm, mhm.
These guys know this
so
shit.
many hitters in this.
It's like, how'd y'all get here?
Seriously,
Digimon's such a badass too, man.
dude.
I love him.
He
I love
is,
him in
dude.
everything he's been in. Like
Blood
genuinely.
Diamond, he's great. He's great in
Oh my
everything. Man.
God, Blood
He's
Diamond.
be more
Holy frick.
stuff. He's be
Yes,
more stuff
um,
for sure.
Okay.
So that was, I love that. It was like my, like, big, I don't know, are you not entertained moment? Because those words are so obvious. But and then my favorite one of my favorite ones, it was, I don't know if it was meant to be comedy, but it was comedy, and it was right after Commodus finds out that Marcus or Maximus is still alive, and he's like signing a bunch of papers, and his sister comes in. He's like, he's still alive. It vexes me. I'm terribly vexed.
I mean, you're right. That is a really
His
funny
delivery's
scene.
great too. Yeah.
Because it's like you can tell that
Vexed
man
me.
is seething with rage.
I'm terribly vexed.
You're so right. Oh
Great.
man,
Dude, Joaquin Phoenix's performance in this is chef's kiss.
genuinely.
Chef's
He
kiss.
is great, and it's
I did
young
have another honorable
Joaquin.
mention, by the way.
What?
It is from Joaquin. I have another like when he's holding his father in the beginning. He goes, "I would have butchered the world if you loved me," and I'm like, "Oh my God, come on, kid!"
that's a good one.
I'm like,
Golly,
you really got some
dude.
How do you
issues
not
for
get
real.
it? That's not what he wanted.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why he didn't love you, you nut job.
I'm like, there's so wrong with you for real.
Yeah.
Get help. Oh man.
He
That
goes,
was
I
good.
know you did. You just killed me.
You're
I'm
actively
aware.
killing me right now. Yeah.
And everybody
It's happening
knows.
right this minute.
Everybody knows.
Everyone
Suddenly
knows.
He said, "Oh, yeah, that's weird, huh?"
Yeah.
That's weird. What? The battle's over? Oh, it's time to go back and take. Okay.
Mm.
All right.
All right. Take
convenient.
advantage. Well, and we'll talk a little bit about how convenient that was, and the timing was a little interesting. But
Mhm.
movie magic. Actually, kind of really quickly popping into the scenes because I think these are related. I just want to touch them. The opening battle is one of my favorites because I love a good battle. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just said, the speech where he kind of keeps it light and keeps everyone kind of like loose, whatever. Second on the list, besides when Theoden Return of the King's just yelling death, death as they charge, and I'm just like, I just love this so much.
Mhm.
So that's I had to throw that out there. We got it. We have to mention Lord of the Rings every single episode. So we did.
Every episode.
And then there is the "Are you not entertained?" scene, but that's
Mhm.
not actually the best part of that.
It's true.
It's the sword throw, and the
Mhm.
sword throw
Oh,
is
yeah.
also ad libbed.
What?
So they did not expect
That
sword.
makes that
He
even
just
better.
threw it into a crowd of people?
So like they're
What
it's
the
not as it's not as close as you think, and it's not like
They're
He
burning
wasn't-
forests and throwing swords?
so he
That
threw the
was
sword.
wild in
Shut
2000.
down.
But I guess so. This is allegedly, but I guess they had it framed because they were supposed to react to him. Like they had it framed so you could see up in the stands because they were supposed to be like, they're outraged. But the sword just flew, so they end up just getting the sword and they use that, and it like clanks. The guy's like, Jesus Christ, like, yeah,
That makes
he
me
actually
love
threw the sword. He was
this
pissed off,
movie
and it's a good throw.
so
It's a
much
good
more.
throw.
Oh,
And then he hit him
God.
with the "Are you not entertained?"
It really
right
was
after
like,
it.
wait, hold up. I hate him, but keep it.
And I was just like, beautiful. But I like the fight too, also because one,
Mm.
I'm a little bit of a history buff. They did like how the Germanic people fought, like
Mhm.
that. They look like they're just like dudes with axes, huge bearded guys, not in a line, running at you out of the mist, out of the trees. Like that's how they fought.
Yeah.
So it was like really, really realistic too with the whole. I just like the ambiance of it's wet, it's muddy, it's very like northern Germany, England, northern
Yes.
Europe. Like
They nailed the setting for sure.
they
I
did,
was like,
nailed it.
I would not want to
Nailed
be
it.
out there wrestling in that mud. No, no.
Mm-mm.
No. But those got me. Those like I was like, oh yes, I love this movie. I love it.
That's
And
fucking
some
they're
mud,
always the ones I
yeah.
love. What did you
I will
guys
go.
have?
I'll go for my favorite scene. My favorite scene is when they go. It's the Carthage scene. It's when they first get to Rome and they first get to the Colosseum and they fight for the first time. And it's supposed to be all these guys on chariots in like the siege of Carthage, I think it was, and how he believably so encourages the guys to like fight as a team. And they wreck all of these dudes, And it just felt, it's something about it too felt better because at one point they show the people on the chariots and there's that chick in the back and she's just like casually pulling back bows and like striking a couple of dudes, like whatever. And then she gets chopped in half by the end of it, which Tirza didn't love, but
terrible day
whatever.
Work, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. But I just, something about it felt so cool. Maybe it's because I'm playing Armor Reforger and it's fun to work as a team. But when he was like diamond, and then they changed formation, and then like the chariot hit them and toppled over. Mm-hmm. I loved it. I thought it was super believable, and I don't know. I like teamwork.
I mean, it was because if you think about it, he was the general, and so like.
Yes.
He knew, not only did he have the knowledge, it's just like he commanded the respect. No, my eyes are tired because I'm old.
I love this movie so much.
I love it so much. It was so great. But no, I also love that scene because it really does show that they respect him and he is just a straight up leader. Like he's like, you want to live? This is what we got to do. And it's not just like a dumb luck thing either. Like he's like, no, I know exactly what we need to do. And y'all gonna do this. And it also helped that like some of them had fought with him before. Yeah. Which I thought was dope. I was like, okay, so this is like, that is cool. That made it even more believable because I was like, okay, yeah, no, they're like former soldiers. So they probably do remember a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
he also had the vibe too. I didn't mean to interrupt you, sorry. Yeah, the vibe of like, I'm a leader. You should listen to what I say, but not in a dick way. Like it didn't come off like you better listen to me if you want to live. It was like, because I'm like, shut up, dude. Like whatever. Like we're all trying to figure it out. And he was just like, his presence was that of like, I trust this guy. I don't really know why.
He actually has the best intention for us in this moment. Like, for real.
Yeah. He's not like throwing it. He's like, I was a general. He's just like, you know, you want to live? Let's try.
I didn't want to do none of this. No way. I just wanted to go home.
Exactly. I want to touch wheat.
I just wanted to go back to my house.
I want repeated wheat heads travel through my fingers.
And that just, that really is the part that keeps messing me up. It's like, man, it's just wanted to go home.
I know.
He just wanted to go back home. And they were like, nah, we're going to pull you into this whole nonsense. It does not matter to you. It's like, ugh. Yep. But I will say, I think my actual favorite scene is when they all realize that he's alive. And they're like, hey, yo. It's that moment of like hope for them, which I was like, okay, I like that because he's also that symbol. He's a symbol of hope because he wanted him to be the person to give the power back to the people anyway, and he does that just by existing. Which is
Marcus.
I was like, I love that because it was just like he didn't have to like do it. It was like that's what he was going to do regardless. Which I love that about that. Like just that whole thing is pretty cool.
Silly Commodus. Made him a martyr, dude.
Yep.
Oldest trick in the book.
First mistake. Can't do it.
Should have known you were gonna make a mistake by that stupid face. By the way, real quick, in Gladiator 2, anyone who has seen it, there is one of his sons, Commodus' sons. The actor's name is Fred Hetchinger. Looks exactly like Joaquin Phoenix. They are not related. Wild. But they are not related at all. But they look exactly alike. You should look him up. He was in White Lotus the first season. He's the kid, and he looks exactly. It's crazy how much they look alike. But they're not related. So,
they do look alike, don't they?
He looks like a young Joaquin, which was great casting for that. Anyway, we're not talking about that movie. I said that.
Sorry,
not yet.
All right, quickly. Let's hit some nitpicks because there's not a lot. There's a couple. I won't start. No, I'm not going to start. Paul, you take us away. You got any nitpicks here?
I mean, the only nitpick,
or is it perfect?
The only nitpick theory that comes to mind, I feel like I had it and lost it. What was that? I don't know. I mean, I think it was pretty much good. Oh, yeah. I remember my nitpick. No, I remember my nitpick. Nitpick was like, maybe it's because I already know the ending, but I was like, can we stop having super important, like, nation building conversations alone? Like, with one-on-one? Like, can you have, like, an assistant be like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna make Maximus in charge. Like, can someone else know that? It was like, I'm gonna make you in charge and tell no one for 48 hours. Like,
I mean, he literally asked him to whisper it. He was like, hey, whisper this with me.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell my super crazy murderous son that I'm not gonna make him Caesar
see what he does.
alone. Like, Yeah, okay. That part did bug me. I was like, it's a little too convenient.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Um,
little bit.
I think mine
I
is
had that
actually
Yeah.
little boy Hans. Just there were some parts where I was just like, what this don't fit. Like, wait a minute. I was like, okay, it just got real soft for a minute, and I'm like, this is actually a really serious moment, but like in a we're fighting kind of way, but now it's like, should they be fighting? I'm like, was that the point? Or
Okay.
like
The
it's
score
just like,
didn't match up with what you were seeing.
yeah, it took me out of
You
the
felt
like of the moment. I was like, wait a
Okay.
minute, that's weird. Like, that was a weird change in music suddenly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's really my only nitpick is like sometimes the music just was like
Yeah.
weirdly like triumphant in moments where I'm like, hey, no, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer, man, he's an amateur. He's an amateur.
He doesn't know what he's
I
doing.
know what he's doing.
You're pirates, kid.
Yeah. Would you have, Trevor? What were your nitpicks?
Okay, so one, the whole scene with Maximus, they're like going out to kill him, and then he gets away, and there's like a sword throw in there, of course, and
There is.
and then like he very, very quickly gets from northern Germany to Spain, which is like 800 miles very quickly, and then he gets there, just misses them burning his farm. Like I'm like, that's pretty convenient. And then he avoids people the whole time. He makes it the whole time by himself, then just gets caught immediately. And I'm like, okay, I understand that we're trying to push the story. Maybe
that's
maybe
true.
we could have like made it so he almost gets away or something. Like just you're just kind of just like, all right, all right, he's Gladiator now. We got
that was a funny part for me because I was like, they just were like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do any character building here. Just dead family. Here you go. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, we never even meet him. We just see him a couple times, and
genuinely, like we see images of them, and I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. It would have been nice to like hear something from them, I guess.
Right out the gate, like it didn't hit me as hard as I thought it could have, because it was like, I know he really wanted this, and I like him, but like I don't know his family at all. Like I saw him once.
I just a really quick note on that. I didn't think about what you just said because I forgot he was the Spaniard. So I thought he was going back to Italy. So when he was running back, I was like, oh, that's believable, because Germany is very close to Italy. So like you could theoretically do that and it would like make some sense. But to Spain, hot damn, the dude had to cross France. I mean, I don't know what the
poor horse.
Big.
I don't know what the borders were, obviously back then for whatever, but like that's a big ass chunk of continent.
They owned Rome owned everything then. So
that's true.
And he's also a fugitive to Rome, and he's just through the Roman Empire. I was like, who's that guy?
I guess word doesn't travel as fast then either. So
that's good. True. That's a good point.
All right, that's a good one.
But then it travels fast enough for them to murder his family. So
I mean, I guess they,
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think they were going to
teleported.
Hey, we're going to go murder Maximus' family, y'all.
Hey, you got away? What'd you say? Kill his family. All right.
Probably sent a raven.
They just teleport. They're there. Like, and then my last little nitpick is Russell Crowe never sings in the movie, and I think
that's upsetting. No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I think we're all hoping for it.
If you haven't seen Les Mis, just prepare yourself, because there's one guy who isn't the greatest singer, and it's Russell Crowe.
I dream of time compass. Yeah, he just
he tries. He does his best.
He does try.
But yeah, it's a little tough. Mountaintop, is it the peak for anybody? Russell Crowe, Joaquin Phoenix, anybody's best movie ever?
No, like I said, I kind of gave it away. Like I like Troy better than this one, but like I really enjoy this movie, but it's not peak.
So I have like Hans Zimmer. No.
No.
Ridley Scott.
No.
It's one of his best movies.
It's one of his better ones. It's one of his better ones.
I think Alien's going to be his movie. Like it's just going to be what it is. Connie Nielsen. Maybe.
I haven't seen a lot of her stuff. Don't know.
She's in stuff.
I'm sure
she's never like the main person.
Right. This was a really good one for her. Don't get me wrong. Just was like it was a role of like a little substance, not a whole lot. It was a little bit. So.
Yeah, I felt like she was kind of just like where all the tension moved through her. She like moved it from place to place. Joaquin Phoenix. He is the Joker.
I mean, he's outstanding in this.
Yeah,
he's
his peak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Great in her too. He's great in everything. Actually,
like
He's great in
he's just a
literally
great actor. Like, let's be
Yeah.
real. But I do hate this character a lot, which is a good job by him. Like, I hate this character.
Yeah.
I
he's
hate
up there with
that dude.
Joffrey, bro.
Oh my
He's up there
god,
with
yes.
Joffrey.
Gosh.
This is Joffrey Daddy, if you ask me. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Uh,
good job, Russell Crowe.
this was a fun one for him. I think it was just like
Probably.
I'm like I'm
this
a
is
man.
what
might
he's
be
known
his-
for, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Same
would
with
say
who's the main guy in 300?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Butler.
Yeah.
He's in great movies too. But
Why did that come to me so fast? Anyway, I don't know.
he's 300 is what he's known for. But I would say probably Russell Crowe. Like Russell Crowe, people are like Gladiator, like immediately.
I can see that. Yeah, you're right.
Unless it's your mean, I'd be like, Les Mis. But other than that,
Please, if,
Yeah,
if you're
wow.
a Republican, I ask you that, and you say Les Mis, I might just walk away from you.
Or maybe A Beautiful Mind. And I guess he was in that.
ooh,
But I
that's
don't know.
good too, man.
But like, if we're thinking like pop culture, like people are like, "Hey, what's your favorite Russell Crowe thing?"
For
They're just
sure.
thinking
It's going to be
Gladiator.
Gladiator, not Beautiful Mind.
You
Yeah.
have to find some nerd to be like, "Yeah, Beautiful Mind."
I do love Beautiful Mind, though. Holy frick.
And he did win an Academy Award for this movie. I mean, that's usually what they would say is their peak.
Yeah.
The Academy.
Good for
Yeah.
him. Good for him. All right, we're coming up to my favorite part.
Hit us with it,
Recast
buddy.
But we got to recast it with only people of color because it just needs to be that way, and it's a Gladiator movie, so of course, like, it's just awesome. Also, this was I was inspired to do this because I saw another podcast do something similar. Because Denzel is in and he's amazing in Gladiator 2. And
Denzel.
I'm like, dude, the whole just amazing. What an amazing performance out of him. So I went through. I have a bonus here that I didn't include in the ones I sent you, just to throw out there. I did Hagen too at the end, just
Okay.
the big German guy.
Okay.
We need a big dude who's like "Buh!" in the background. So who wants to go first? Because I'm not going to do it.
I think Paul should go first.
You know, I got all the recast, baby. You know, I'm in it.
Paul, who's Maximus Decimus Meridius for you?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I think that's an obvious choice. Can't be anyone better. Joaquin Phoenix, Commodus, Marlon Wayans. Easy recast.
The Rock, Marlon Wayans. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Keep going. Keep going. This is great.
Connie Nielsen, Lucilla, Megan Good.
Boom. Yeah, always making good.
Come on, I need Megan Good and everything.
You can go with making
Megan
good.
Good. Yeah.
Let's go. And if you're
Gracchus.
going comedy, you got to go Keke Palmer or something, dude. Throw her in there.
Who said I'm going comedy?
Sorry.
True.
Marlon Wayans. Continue.
Ridiculous. Serious actor. Gracchus. I'm going to go with. Why is his name escaping me right now? Freaking Reading Rainbow.
Oh, Phil Lamar?
Phil Lamar.
No, it's not.
No, Lamar. What the frick is his name?
What's your last name?
I know you're
Lamar Burton.
Odom.
Burton.
Lamar Burton.
Lamar Burton.
Burton.
Lamar Burton, dude.
Also Star Trek.
Also,
Yes.
yes, thank you, Trevor. Gosh, he's more than that. You know?
More.
Boom.
More.
That's my recast.
That's
Done.
a movie. That's a movie that would exist.
Shut your mouth, Trevor. I think it's going to be really good.
All right. Ray, who do you got, man? I gotta hear yours.
Okay, so here we go, and this is gonna be funny. So, Maximus,
Yeah.
Okay.
Wesley Snipes.
Nice. Come on, in
time
his
period.
prime?
That's about time he did Blade.
Think about
Yeah,
it.
that's about time he did Blade. He would have been in it for this.
Come on.
I was like, that'd be a good one.
Some
Commodus?
Caesar's always trying to ice skate up a hill.
Uh-huh. This is a funny one for me. Commodus for this, Will Smith.
Okay.
Yeah,
He could be a little crazy.
exactly. I was like, he could have done some of the weird parts of this.
Yeah. He could slap a stranger. Absolutely.
multiple times. even.
100%.
Maybe more than once. I don't know. And in terms, I think Lucilla.
Yeah.
I think I was going Karen Parsons, who was she was in Fresh Prince. So it's not like I just went down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I feel like she could have been a good
Very
one.
nice.
But you're actually going to think I went down the Fresh Prince cast for this because I'm
Oh, boy.
Philip Avery for Gracchus, Uncle Phil. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
It's literally 3 of the 4 people.
Shut up! I said I didn't go down the list. It's just those were the
Just
people.
Fresh
I
Prince.
Did you just look up the cast of Fresh Prince?
No, I literally did not. I was like, this would work.
It's like all the people from Fresh Prince, man.
No, I didn't give Jeffrey a part yet.
Yeah, you started with Will Smith to throw us off, and I was like, wait a second.
Dude, that's
It just will be a great cast. Okay.
I mean, yeah, they are good. They're great.
Yeah.
They're iconic, man. They're
Great.
iconic. All right, my guys.
Yeah.
I have 2 for Maximus. The guy I would want would be John David Washington.
Ooh,
Yeah, of course.
So we'll go with Denzel's son, or just Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, easy pick.
But it'll be
Easy
like,
pick.
boy.
follow me.
Yeah.
I'll save us. And they're like,
Yeah.
all right,
He can do
bro.
it.
I don't know if he's a little too brooding.
Are you
but
not
maybe.
entertained?
Hey, you're not entertained?
Hey, yo.
Down here.
Hey, yo.
Yo, say it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Joaquin Phoenix is Commodus. Instead, I want Jonathan Majors.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be a really good Commodus.
Oh.
Really good in that role.
He'd be
actually.
really
Yeah, you're right.
good.
That guy
What
totally
was that?
murdered his dad. Yeah.
He absolutely would murder somebody close to him.
Lucilla, I have Kiki Lane.
Mm.
who
Oh, yeah.
is,
That's the first time you picked her.
Yeah, she's great, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she can do she's very regal. I think the regality is
Yeah,
what I was looking
there's
for.
an air to her. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gracchus, Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
He's a little bit more I feel like Gracchus was not really as like pulling levers as much as Giancarlo
Right.
Esposito does, right?
He would have
like,
brought it to that role.
You're
though.
like, that guy
Although,
knows.
Like, after just
what's
seeing
going
him in Captain America, he could do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you could do it.
Yeah.
because he plays
and-
he plays like a really brutish character in that. And I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
He could do it. He's got range.
Uh-huh.
And then for Hagen, Winston Duke, bro.
Ah, my boy.
Winston Duke. Yeah.
Boy,
Winston
Okay.
Duke. Because I mean that's just kind of
Yeah. Nice picks for your comedy remake, Trevor. It's pretty good.
Jonathan Majors was the one I was most excited about.
That's because that's a
Yeah.
great one.
Yes.
That's
That is a
great
very
one.
good pick.
Yes.
All right.
He's
So,
basically
final
that
rating.
with Kang.
So if we take
Oh,
the
yeah,
best ones from all of
100%.
ours, it's what Wesley Snipes, Jonathan Majors. I like Kiki a lot, and yeah, Juan Carlo. Oh, yeah, that's a banger right there.
Cool. So none of my picks. That's super cool.
Sorry.
All right.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson for Hagen.
Yeah, Rock and be Hagen.
Yeah.
Act like he
but-
couldn't have been. Okay, whatever.
Just wearing the Black Adam outfit the whole time. Just
The whole time.
everyone's
The
like,
point
"What's
is, you
with
can
this guy?"
see it. You can see The Rock doing that.
True.
I'm going to say my final rating. I'm going to put it out there. This is an absolutely an 8 out of 10 for me. I'd watch this again, no doubt, like easily. And like we said it before a million times, anything above a 7 is a rewatch, and this is an 8. I love this movie. It was a lot of fun to rewatch it. Fun fact about this movie, actually, really quick. I had the DVD version, and it had a scratch in it, and it would only make it to a certain point. It was basically when he would try to poison him, and I never saw the ending. So I saw the
That's
ending
wild.
actually for the first. I knew what happened, but I saw it for the first time rewatching this movie because I never ever saw the ending. I only ever saw the first part.
Okay,
I gotta actually ask: did it happen at all where like you played it, you got a scratch? Oh, it's a scratch, and then like literally 3 years later, you played it again and forgot about it, and we're like,
Yes.
"Oh, scratch!"
Yep, 100%,
Oh,
100%. Yes,
God.
yeah. So I ended up like looking up the ending because this was like before you could like watch it online. So this is a long time ago, and yeah, and I was like, oh,
kids. Yeah.
all right. So that's what happens. Yeah, I was like, oh, cool ending.
Cool ending. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah.
But also,
Oh,
like,
it did
I love
end
that
good.
story.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
They did
Ray,
pull
Ray,
it
what
up
do you give
at
it?
After all, I'm at a solid 8.5 on this one.
mm-hmm.
Like I genuinely enjoy watching this movie, and like
Yeah.
in a way, it's like this is just a good movie. Like it's just like I'm watching a good piece of cinema.
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
is kind of how I see
Beautiful
it. So I'm
movie.
like, yeah, like it's really well shot. The pacing is great for the most part. The music, for the most part, is also fantastic, and all the actors and actresses do the damn thing. So I'm
Mhm.
like,
Heavy hitter.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it could have easily been. You're right with the pacing, by the way. It could have easily been
Mhm.
4 hours.
Oh
He's like,
yeah.
Could have been.
2:15.
Yeah.
That's what we got to work
And
with
they do
here,
a
guys.
lot in that 2 hours,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I'm surprised by still. They can't do that.
It's the horseback ride to his family. That's what they cut. We got to make this
They
shorter.
cut all that out. Yes.
Yeah. That's what it was.
It was
100%.
4 hours, and they got
Yeah.
the first hour and a half out of him getting there. He's like, all right, she's dead. Come on, move on. Anyway,
Get out of here.
I also give it an 8.5. It is rewatchable, and I'll be honest, I watched it 2 months ago, and then I watched it again. So,
I watched it
I
again
watched
today.
Gladiator 2 in the middle there.
What?
So
I watched Gladiator again today.
What the fuck? Jeez, guys.
Hey,
Why not?
man.
I had the baby. I'm working. The baby was here working from home. I was like, I can put on Gladiator in the background. Why
Yeah,
not?
you're vibing. All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
yeah,
Fair
we can
enough.
only watch so many trash Netflix movies.
Yeah, good point.
I don't even
Before
do that.
we,
I can't do that.
because they just don't make gladiators anymore.
They don't.
And
They don't.
who we kidding? We don't get to go to the theater anymore.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
although
going
I
this
will-
weekend, and I'm so jacked about it. I can't
I
even
will
tell
see
you.
it.
I'm
I
like,
see a
I
Brave New
snuck out.
World or whatever.
Yeah.
I am. I'm going by myself. I'm going to
just
sit
did that.
in the handicap accessible seat, unless someone needs it, but they usually don't.
You-
I'm going to
you
sit
speak
there.
my language. Yes.
I have a free popcorn and a free soda, and I feel like
Yes.
if I talk about it too much, it won't happen. So I'm going to stop talking about it. But I'm
Look,
really excited
so-
about it.
So it's a you
Pres-
date.
President's Day?
Is this
It's just
planned?
a me date, dude.
Uh-huh.
Just
I
me
planned it
going to the
on
movie.
Wednesday.
Tears
was
just
great.
doing something else with the baby, and you're like, oh, I can mix this in, or were you like purposely like, I'm going to the movies, you figure it out? What I'm
A
trying to say
little
is,
bit
can
of
I
both.
do that?
Did I do that? Yep. Mhm.
I'm going to the mall anyway, and I was like,
Ooh.
"Hey, I have that gift card. What if I go?" And she was
But
like, "Yeah,
what?
sure." So you
If
know,
I
I
just
mean,
don't come back for 3 hours.
yeah.
So I love this for me because the stars aligned for this. So I just did the same thing, Paul, and you're gonna love it. It's
Yes.
pretty good. President's Day, I had off work.
Oh, what a day
Wife
to
had
go!
to work.
Yeah.
Daycare was still open, so the kids went to daycare. And so I was like, I'm going to see this movie. I got the 12:30 showing. I showed up at 12
That's
o'clock.
exactly what I'm going.
Oh,
And I
We
had-
started this pod, dads, and we're ending it, dads.
oh,
There were like maybe 14 people in this giant IMAX theater. I had
Talk
my
dirty to
favorite
me.
seat because I do have a favorite seat, and I had my big old large bucket of popcorn, and I said, "I'm eating this whole thing." And I sat there and I ate the whole
gosh.
thing. And I had a great time. It was a
I'm
blast.
salivating thinking about it, dude.
Yeah.
I
It was
can't
such a-
wait.
so I really I
guys.
love this for you because that's a really good time.
Yeah, thank you.
I got to go check out what 12:30 showings on Saturday there are.
For
Get
real,
out.
for real.
Hey, mom. Hey, wife,
Is mom in the room with us right now?
wife. I'm going to the grocery store. I'll see you tonight.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yes.
Mom.
If there was ever a signal that I need this, it's that. So anyway,
Lord,
let's,
yeah, true.
let's
I'll
get out
Venmo
of
you.
here.
Let's wrap it.
I'll buy
Let's
you the
wrap
ticket. You
this
just
thing
go.
up. Let's wrap this
By the
thing
way,
up.
just
All right.
fun fact. So they made a TV show about those about to die.
Oh,
So that
really?
was on Prime. Yeah, and
Oh,
literally
dang!
last
Super
year.
random fact.
Yeah,
No
literally
way.
last year. So they made a show about it. So yeah,
It was that good, huh?
apparently, I mean, the show's okay from what I hear. I haven't like watched it, but I was like, I know it exists. So,
Okay.
I need something
Damn.
to watch when I'm just twiddling my thumbs waiting for the next Severance to come out. So,
Jeez.
so
Well, on that note, maybe we can watch a TV show. We did start doing TV shows on this pod. Maybe we could do that.
it was the first one, and then we never did one again.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
Anthony
All right, fair
Hopkins
enough,
is in
dude.
it, though, so, I
Just
mean,
Ren
why
and Stimpy. Anyway, we've gone way too long
It was weird.
My
Listen,
bad.
on the
My
pod.
bad.
No, you're fine. It's Ray's fault. Ray, seriously, thank you for being with us on the pod. Had a ton of fun. Going over Gladiator with you, man. And thanks for picking
This
it.
was perfect. I was like, I love the two of them. I love that movie. This will be great, and it was.
And it was. God damn. While he's wearing a French national hoodie. Look at that.
This is America.
It's French. It's French and you know it. Everyone, thank you for listening and watching the May Contain Action podcast. If you liked what you heard, give us 5 stars. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of it. If you didn't like it, give us 5 stars and then send it to someone so you can talk about how much you hated it. That also helps. It's called engagement. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode. I'm Paul. That was Trevor. And our special guest was
Me, Ray, Apollo. I
Ray.
did that.
This way. Pointing this way. I don't know if it matters.
it doesn't.
Ray Apollo.
All right.
It doesn't matter.
Fusion.
Bye.
You guys.
Bye.